Head track and field coach Jake Foltz here, standing with Davion Winston. Can you take us through maybe the days leading up to it, the day of the state meet, or maybe the finals, the prelims, whatever kind of comes to mind when we start talking about this run that we had this season?
Leading up to it, it was just excitement, because it's my first state meet ever. Because last year, we could have went, but some things happened. But like this year, I was actually going to be running in the meet, so it was more excitement.
Not only did we break the school record once, but we did it multiple times, all the way back to the district meet. So you want to talk a little bit about running that 1:26.63, or maybe the first time we broke the school record, and anything about those super fast times we ran in the 4x2.
So let me see. When we first broke the record, I didn't feel like we actually did, because I felt like we ran slow that day. But like once you actually told us that we had broke the record, like I didn't really have no type of emotion or nothing. But then we went to states, then we broke the record again. It kind of came out a little bit more than it did the first time.
I think going in, we were mentally there actually. Like when you have guys like Caleb, Colin, Brazon, Marshall, that can that is going to get it done. Even if you have a bad leg, they're going to secure our spot. It's a great feeling to have going into a race.
Take us through the 4x2 that finished third. Like your thoughts during the race, pre-race, any of that kind of stuff.
The only thoughts in my head was don't drop the baton. So as I'm running, I could finally get a feel for their Jesse Owens' turn, because their track is way wider than any high school. So as I was running, I was able to lean. I felt faster coming out of there, and I had to baton. I feel great, and then I feel I can give it to Caleb, and then the rest is history.
Hello, I'm junior track star Barrell Pinckney of McKinley High School. I'm here with our elite senior track star Caleb Ruffin. How did you feel when you seen me, Brazon, and your brother take off?
All right, so you start off, and I'm like, Barrell always keeps us in a good spot, head-wise and just during the race. So I'm like, Barrell gonna do what he got to do. It's always the first leg. So I'm watching you. They gap in like the 2 lanes ahead of you. They gap a little bit, but it's nothing. It's 2 people. So I'm like, it's whatever. And then you give it to Brazon, and I'm watching the handoff. Your handoff's been a little shaky, so I'm watching. I'm like, come on, you got it yet? And y'all got it off perfectly. And Brazon doing his thing, keeping us in the race and everything. And then Colin, I'm just usually, whenever I go watch Colin, I'm like, just, come on, you got it. Like, just catch up. You know what you got to do. And then I can do the rest. So when he was catching up towards like halfway through his little 200 meters, I'm like, oh yeah, we got this in the bag. And then I'm going, I'm running, and like 2 people get ahead of me. I'm like, no, we about to lose. Like, we ain't gonna get top 3, none of that. So it was pretty scary. And then, like the last, I say 40, 50 meters, I catch all the way back up to 3rd.
DJ, coming into the middle, you came in like the middle of the season. How did you feel coming in, like I'm new, but I'm being one of those top guys, but I'm new, like what was your mindset at?
I knew I was pretty fast, so I knew I was gonna come in get like on a fast part of the team, My main goal was to come here and beat Maslin.
And then going into finals, you weren't running that day, but how did you feel your 4x2 team with the guys? What was that like, your mindset on that?
It was like a good experience, seeing the guys go out there win, get 3rd place in states, top 3 in the state. It was a good experience seeing them boys do that.